Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show, where we give you the best advice in business and life. Thank you to each and every one of you that has liked, shared, commented, and subscribed. I really do appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed. I picked up a lot of new subscribers over the weekend. I mean, it was a lot. To the old crew, it has been real. It really has. I'm going to do the best I can to not allow you guys to get lost in the sauce. But like Maneater said in one of the comments, you're going to have to keep up. So for those that are new, I need you to understand that I am doing this in real time. So it's as if you walked into my office and we're sitting down having a conversation about anything. This is literally my office. You're sitting across from my desk right now where the camera is at. This is the background that you have. I have a window over here beside me that you don't see, and my living room is facing that way. I have a corner office in my apartment. And but what I mean mainly by doing this in real time is you are watching me build and brand this in real time. I'm teaching you guys everything I know about business and finance, and I'm giving it to you for free. I saw a need that people needed to know how to make money without being charged for it constantly. So everything that I post is free to the public. If you need me to pull out pen and paper or do anything and actually dive deep and coach your life, that's a whole different ball game. You'll have to message me about that. Still building the website, still getting a lot of things set up. I've only been at this for a couple months and the channel is blowing up. And people have asked me my strategy, and my strategy is being real. My strategy is being authentic. Anything that I teach you on this channel, I've already done. It's authentic as hell. There's no editing. There's no nothing. This is authentic as hell. I've already done these things. Business failures, business successes, all of it. I tell people all the time, I've been to the penthouse to the shit house twice. And I'm going back up for a third one. I don't want to come back down again. It's too hard to rebuild. The other two times were caused by other people. And so I'm selective as hell as to who I allow in my life. Selective as hell. I only want the best around me. If I feel like you're bullshit or you're bullshitting, you're gone. I don't care. That's just it. I'm too old to play games just like you guys. And you need to develop this mindset. You need to start moving with a purpose and develop a sense of urgency. There's nothing here is promised on this earth. And for each and every one of you that are older, 35, 40 years old or older, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I do not want crap people around me. I don't. Scheming and scamming, stay away from me. Nobody wants to hear that stuff. Hey, listen, on this channel, we talk about everything. So if you can't handle long form videos, and this is not for you, and it's going to be hard for you to make it in the real world, because what do you think business meetings are? What do you think happens there? Those things don't just, these younger kids, man, you guys are only established, or your mindset is for quick clickbait bullshit. And that's not what's going to get you anything in the real world. And I hate that for you. So I'm fortunate enough to have been born in an era before the internet, and now I've watched the internet grow, and I want everybody to fully understand that technology and the internet and these social media platforms are still babies. Instagram is a business card. That's the way you need to start looking at it now. Facebook is a phone book. You need to start looking at it in that light. Instagram is a business card. Facebook is a phone book, and YouTube will become what Netflix almost is, but in a personal sense. You will start to see more legit, because you're going to have to keep up with the competition, but you will start to see more legit home type movies being made and plastered onto YouTube, and YouTube will become almost what a Netflix is. And that's projected. That's what I projected to be in the future. So I'm developing my platform, building and branding myself here now. And YouTube is looking for more authenticity than it is fakeness. The YouTube partner program wants people to evolve with them. They don't want people against them. They want you to be honest, control the cussing, do not do negative, nasty stuff, do not be hateful, things of that nature. They want to keep it as clean and as nice and as comfortable for everybody to enjoy. And that's why I tone it down a lot on this channel for the YouTube partner program and for you guys. I don't want to offend or disrespect anybody. So anybody that can't handle this type of conversation, get away from me. Because I drop gems all throughout these conversations. I see it in the comments. I see it like, man, get to the point. That guy, this is the point. Do you understand? I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you really without all the clickbait bullcrap. There's no script here. There's no notes here. I'm teaching you. It is the point. It's 100% the point. So I want to remind you guys that I'm pretty old school, man. I still believe in oil and gas. I believe, and I think that we found ourselves, for the older guys my age, I think, or ladies, we found ourselves in a world to where we're right now, we are in we're in the Great Depression 2.0, and we're also in the second almost industrial revolution. And what I mean is, this is what people went through when the train came around, when machinery was being developed. Okay, this is what people went through way back in the day when the printing press came out. And now we're going through it right now. So how do we capitalize on it? I pay attention to the future. I always talk about micro and macro. Micro being small. I teach micro and macro economics here. Micro being small. I try to pay attention to the future and see which way the world is shifting. So that's macro. But micro is me. I focus on my economy, my controllables, what I can control. So I try to pay attention to the future and the way things are shifting. I 100% believe and I see in technology. I really do. I see what it's doing. I really, really do. I believe in Bitcoin. I think that it will become a currency, but not today, guys. It's not going to happen today. Should you invest in it? Sure. If you got the money, invest in it. Invest in it. I'm not invested in Bitcoin, so I am missing out, but I'm fine with missing out. I don't have FOMO about Bitcoin at all because my eyes on the railroad, my eyes on oil and gas, my eyes on sand and gravel or the trucking industry, logistical stuff. My eye is there because I live here in the real world. So for you older guys that feel like you're being left behind, you're not. Focus on what you know. For anybody that feels like you're being left behind, focus on what you know. Okay? I'm going to promise you guys this, and you have my word and you hear it here first. The typewriter will make its way back around. People are looking for they're looking for me. They're looking for dinosaurs like myself. They're looking for authenticity. The typewriter will come back around. Okay? Will it be new and improved and informed? Yeah, for sure. It's going to be brand new. But people are looking for authenticity. Polaroid will come back. You have my word. Kids will love the fact it's already in Walmart on a small scale, but it will make a comeback. You understand? There's going to be a period, I believe, I don't know if we'll be alive to see it, but there will be a period to where a horse will share the road with car again. You will have a horse and electric vehicles. We'll be old. I'll be old, you know, if we're still on this earth, but a horse will share the road again with vehicles. I believe that. I really, really believe that, man. So, but it's not going to happen today, guys. So should you be invested in it? For sure. If you got the money, should you hang your hat on it? Hell no. You guys, I'm old school, tried and true methods. Oil and gas is still it. Railroad is still it. Trucking, transportation, logistical is still it. Sand and gravel is still it. Okay, real estate is it. I teach people about micro and macro economics in almost everything I do. I try to teach people to think micro, macro, even in your own life. I teach mountaintop thinking. For those that don't know what mountaintop thinking is, I'll run through it real fast and I'll make another video later on for it. But mountaintop thinking is for you to figure out what you want to do with your life. And I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult. If you're young, I know it's difficult. So what you do is I like to project myself to a top of a mountaintop. Whatever that mountaintop is of success, you know, try to narrow down, zero in on your goals. But I like to project myself to the top of that mountain. And I look back down that mountain to the steps it took for me to get to the top. What path did I take? What trail? What ledge did I sit on to take a break, which would be a different level? You know, where am I at right now? So let's say we're on Lawyer Mountain. And let's say I'm 20 years old and I'm on Lawyer Mountain. I projected myself up there because I think I want to be a lawyer. And I look back down this mountain. What steps did I take? Okay, I got to graduate. You know, I finished high school. I got to get my associate's degree. I got to get my bachelor's degree. Once I finish my bachelor's degree, that's a level right there. Getting your bachelor's is a level within itself. Okay, I've made it to my bachelor's. Now I got to move on. Okay, so now I'm going in. I'm zeroed in. I'm becoming a lawyer. I'm going to law school now. That's going to be the next 2.5, 3 years, maybe 4 if I'm kind of slow at it. Hopefully you're fast tracking. You're going to have to put your head down. You're going to have to go to work. But okay, I got to law school. That's a level. I've completed all that. Shit, I realized that I just finished law school and I don't even like being a lawyer anymore, but I did it because my parents wanted me to do it, and that's fine. It is fine if you change paths on this mountain. Because look, when you look back down from graduating, say law school, look how far you came in life. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're actively moving up the mountain, it's okay to change course. It's okay. Maybe you were on Lawyer Mountain and now it's like, hey man, I'm ready to be an actor. Nothing wrong with that. You got a bachelor's, you got law school out of the way. This is all hypothetical, but you got a bachelor's, you got law school, and you decided to shift gears to go be an actor. Nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, you're still a freaking lawyer. You understand? You still did that. So look how high you elevated. Look at the level you brought to yourself. You guys get it? So we can definitely tap into that a lot more. I can explain it a different way. But if you do choose that path, I also teach people that you have to be ready. If you do choose to say be an actor, you have to be ready to take on the actor's life. A lot of people, they fail at anything, whether it's business startup, whether it's to become an actor or a musician. They fail at it because they weren't fully invested and they did not fully understand the lifestyle that it was going to take. If you want to be an actor, you're going to have to take the actor's life. You're going to have to walk the actor's path, live the actor's journey. Man, most actors are homeless before they become famous. Most of them live very poor before they become famous. And you need to dive into the life of that. The biggest success hack is to find somebody already doing what you want to be doing, where you want to be doing it at in life, and follow them. Do exactly what they are doing. It is called the hero's thread. This is a difficult read, but it is The Hero with 1,000 Faces by Joseph Campbell. And he talks about the hero's thread, and basically you follow a person that has already done what you want to be doing. You follow their lead, you do exactly what they did, and you will get exactly what they got. And if you amp it up, you will beat them. In reality, in hypothetical situation, you will beat them. Some people are so far ahead that it's going to be hard to beat them. If you go out here and you chase freaking Tom Cruise or Denzel Washington, then man, you better hurry up. You know what I mean? They're getting older and they're way down the line. So you better speed up. It's like those old Indian runs in school where you freaking just take off. You know what I mean? The guy in the back, the guy in the front. But so I live off these old school methods and principles, and that's what I teach. I try to live off the Sam Walton sundown rule, and that is to leave no stone unturned. I do not go to bed. I do not quit work until my desk is clear, and I try to live by that. It is very difficult. It is very difficult, but that's what separates and weeds out the weak. If it's a hell of a daily process to do, is to not go to bed until your freaking desk is cleared. Sam Walton was the founder of Walmart, and he did not go home. He did not go to sleep until he returned every message, phone call, and email for that day. Well, he really didn't have emails at that time, but I think the email did come around at that time. But he did not go to bed until he returned every message. Basically, guys, until his desk was cleared, the man did not stop. He left, and Arnold Schwarzenegger uses basically the same method, to leave no stone unturned. It can't be any more clear than that. Right there, sundown rule, and to leave no stone unturned. Do your daily task. I think I'll be wrong. I might be wrong, but I think, leave it in the comments below, but I think it was Thomas Jefferson, that said, don't put off for tomorrow what you can get done today. And I try to live like that, guys. I believe it was Jefferson that said that. Somebody verify that for me in the comments. Don't put off tomorrow. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can get done today. And I try to live like that. I like the Sam Walton sundown rule, just to get all your damn work done in one day and start tomorrow over fresh. I like that a lot. I do. And so I got a lot of these old little gems in here, man. I've spent the past decade and I'm running through this fast to give you guys just kind of basic overview of who I am and what I'm about. I think hard work is still the way to get it. This 4-hour work week crap and all this bullshit that I see online is exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. It's bullshit. There is no work-life balance, guys. There is none. There is no such thing as a work-life balance. You either want this life or you don't. You either want to be successful or you don't. You're going to have to miss holidays. I've worked the past 4 years on every Thanksgiving and Christmas. You're going to have to want this life, honestly. There's no such thing as a work-life balance. Either you want it or you don't. You either want to be successful or you don't. You either want to have money or you don't. It's just not going to happen. And so on this channel, I try to explain those things to people. I try to teach people how to get to six figures when you're already $35,000, $40,000 a year, how to get to freaking six figures. I try to teach people that and six figures is not a lot, guys. It's almost a standard of what you have to have just to survive on planet Earth. So I tell people you need to figure out your basic survival rate. That's something I came up with, your basic survival rate. You need to figure out your basic survival rate. And your basic survival rate is what it costs for you to live on planet Earth. How much does it, and I mean down to the nitty gritty caveman lifestyle. I'm not talking about cigarettes and alcohol and Applebee's and Texas Roadhouse and new shoes and Netflix and Xbox. I'm talking about strip it all away. Take everything away. Only when you have lost everything are you free to have anything. You understand? When you have lost everything, you are free to have anything. I've done this stuff, guys. That's why I'm able to talk to you without a script. So I'm not rambling. All these things go hand in hand. Sometimes I ramble. But your basic survival rate is exact. I'm talking about caveman, cavewoman, mud hut lifestyle. What does it cost for you to physically reside on this planet? For me, just me alone, I think it roughly runs me about 25,000. But I do live on planet Earth. I have to keep a roof over mine and my son's head, so on and so on. So I've got my basic survival rate at $40,000 a year. That roughly covers low income. I mean, it is low income these days, but it covers a low rent housing. So, and that's not saying I don't live in the projects or anything like that. I'm just saying that if I had to, you could find an $800 a month apartment somewhere, guys. That, for me, basic survival rate, because I have to keep a roof over the head and all this good stuff, and I have child support. Child support needs to be included if you're a man, because it's going nowhere and it will hinder you from moving forward in life 100%. But basic survival rate is that's what it is, guys. It's what it costs for you to live and reside and survive on planet Earth. So I got mine narrowed down to about $40,000 a year. So that means I don't even consider jobs that are paying me less than that. Not even interested. And so I look for jobs at 50,000, because if I take a job for 40, yes, I'm breaking even, I'm surviving, but it leaves me no room for nothing else. So I have to spend my entire you're going to have to do this anyway, but that means you really have to spend your entire nights and afternoons applying for something else to get ahead. So I don't even really look at jobs less than $50,000 a year, because I know my basic survival rate is 40. At least at 50, that does allow me to have a Texas Roadhouse dinner. That does allow me to smoke a cigar or, whatever. It allows me just a little bit of freedom. But if you really want to make it, you need to figure out your basic survival rate and shoot for six figures. Okay, six figures is not that hard. Six figures is usually, it's usually your field supervisors. It is usually your shop foremans, your superintendents, things of that nature. It's really not that hard. It's like the second level. You got your position, a first line supervisor, and then whoever's after that in whatever field and industry you're in. So basically, you need to jump. And all these are different levels, and they're all different mindsets. So if you're working at Amazon and you're making 40 grand a year, you need to start looking and paying attention to what your first line supervisor is doing or your floor manager is doing. And I tell people things like, if Amazon can't let you grow, then you need to update your resume. But when you update your resume, you need to put your resume out there as, whatever, floor manager, whatever, even if you're not that position. But this is you doing the due diligence to prepare yourself to be in that position. College is not the key anymore, guys. I learned more from self-education and personal development than I ever learned in school. I sat in college for 3 years, and I've learned more through self-education. I'm a self-taught MBA. I'm self-taught MBA, hands down. I don't try to sugarcoat that. I'm self-taught. If you don't believe in self-taught, or you're older, man, you got to get with the times. College is not it. And college is only good if you're going to go all the way. Get your PhD, your doctorate, things of that nature. Just to go and say you got an associate of arts or something is not worth it. But so you need to fix your resume to be whatever the next level up is, because when I was a hiring manager, the algorithm will throw you through. So if you put down that you were a packer or whatever at Amazon, and you're trying to hire for a management position, the algorithm is not even going to pick you up, because it's going to realize, you know what I'm saying? If anything, it picks up keywords of logistics, FedEx, Amazon, Packer. It might pick up a few keywords, but it's really not going to pick you up and even push your resume through. So whatever that a position is that you're applying for, you need to go ahead and put down your job duties as they were, but in the position title, you need to go ahead and put down management or whatever. We can go over resume building. I am going to offer also resume services, writing services. I will be doing resumes soon. I'm still trying to build and brand this platform, but I will be writing resumes for people and things like that in the near future. So we can definitely talk about stuff like that. Again, this video was just an overview for all the newcomers. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I appreciate each and every one of you. It's a lot for me to try to unpack in one video. It's almost impossible. So again, I believe in a cash heavy method. I'm probably, the way that I live is probably one of the last forms of rebellion against the government. And it's not saying I'm anti-government, because once you grow so big, you are going to have to play the game. And I completely get that. And to where I'm trying to go, I'm going to have to play the game with these people. And I fully understand that. Fully understand that. Everybody that is massively successful has a handler. I don't care who you think they are. That's why Donald Trump gets so much heat, because I believe he broke away from his handler and they don't like that. Everybody has a handler. Whether your handler is one man, whether your handler is a team of publicists, a team of lawyers, or major corporation or corporations, everybody on a massive successful scale has a handler. Go listen to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Go listen to him from the early 2000s when he was with WWE, and go listen to him now. That man is not even allowed to talk for himself. Go listen to him. I'm not exaggerating. He's not allowed to speak. Go listen to the Joe Rogan interview. He can't even answer questions that he feels might go against what his handlers will want. And his handlers are a team of publicists. His handlers are corporations and major entities. So it's like I even said in a comment before, even Maximus had Proximo. We're all slaves in this society. We're all wage slaves. And Maximus, I tell people to picture yourself as a gladiator in the arena. And right now, you're going to have to step out and start fighting if you want your freedom. And you're going to fight this battle financially. And you're a gladiator in the arena, and you're going to have to step out and start fighting. And whether that is you creating your own business, you developing some online platform, which is, again, some form of business, however you want to look at it, business, stocks, and real estate, that right there is what moves the freaking country. It's what moves society on micro, macro. But I tell people to picture yourself as a gladiator, and you're about to step into the arena and fight. Okay. And so even Maximus had Proximo. Maximus was a slave. Proximo was a slave, but he was allowed to move freely and have nice things. But Proximo still had a handler. Look at what happened to him at the end. So there's that, man. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot to run through. If you got any questions, you can feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you got something that you really want to be answered, you're going to have to super chat it, or you're going to have to reach out to me on a different platform, because it is difficult for me to find them here. So you're going to have to find me on a different platform. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. Those are the only two that I have. I'm not big on social media, guys. It's not my thing, but I've realized the need for me to build and brand myself. I think it's time that society gets to know who Robert Edson is. I think it's time for them to know me. And that's where all this is coming from. I wanted my sons to have something to, look back on and remember me by. And then along the way, it just grew. It just grew and blew up. I've been on YouTube for years, but not as a content creator. I've only been posting for about the past maybe 3 or 4 months. And now my page is just blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And again, they've said in the comments, don't let it go to your head. It won't go to my head, guys. I did this stuff in real life. So I've had everything and I've lost everything, okay? And I'm on my way back up. It's not going to my head one bit. I'm fully aware that they could yank this platform in a minute. I don't hang my hat on this. I do give channel updates. What I mean is, good Lord, financial updates on the freaking channel, the platform, what they pay me. I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say, but I give the updates as to what YouTube will pay me. As of right now, for anybody interested, when I was under 3,000 subscribers, YouTube was giving me $12 to $15 a video. I upload every morning, Monday through Friday, and I go live on the weekends, and YouTube was paying me $12 to $15 a video. But they also had messed up my address, so I've never been paid from YouTube, because my address was messed up in the background, behind the scenes type of stuff. My address and payment information was jacked up, which is kind of my fault. was jacked up in the background. So that's why I tell you, don't hang your hat on it. So I'm going through that to not have to get rid of this channel. So yeah, I wouldn't hang my hat on social media platforms to make you rich and famous. I wouldn't do that at all. I'm not doing that, and I don't recommend that you do it. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, we'll see where this thing goes. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to have you guys here, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And like I've said before, I'm fully aware that there is no me without you. So guys, I know this channel kind of covered a lot. It was just a basic, or I know this video kind of covered a lot. It was just a basic overview for all the new folks that have entered in. I'm a wealth of knowledge. None of this stuff is scripted. Again, it's as if you walked into my office to talk to me. And guys, I've really done it. And so when people ask me about the algorithm, you know, what is my secret or this or that, I don't have one except the fact that I have really done it. None of this shit is scripted. I can close my eyes and do this all day long. I can talk the same thing. I can give you the cash heavy speech, staying out of the system, how the banking system is not for you. They offer you absolutely nothing but security for your money. Guys, I can run through it. The whole, hey, feel free to hit me in the super chats. Feel free to hit me up in the comments. Feel free to reach out to me at askrce@yahoo.com. Reach out to me there, askrce@yahoo.com. If you want to throw your boy a tip, you could tip me at Coffee for RCE through Cash App. If other than that, man, feel free to hit me up on Instagram and Facebook if you got some real questions you want to ask and I can't find them in the comments. Other than that, I'm going to leave it here for today and start getting myself together. You guys have a great freaking day. Stay productive. Remember the sundown rule. Don't go home until your work is complete. You're going to have to make sacrifices, guys, to get to where you want to go. There's no other way to do it. 4-hour work week is bullshit. All these people telling you to do this and do that and not work hard is a lie. You will never have anything if you don't work hard for it. And you got to dig deep. You got to grind it out on a, man, see a vision, set a plan, and execute. Okay? See a vision, set a plan, and execute. You guys have a great freaking day. I'll holler at you later.